Thank you for visiting Leezah's Lair. Welcome. If you're brand new to this channel, I'm glad that you clicked on this video. This channel, Leezah's Lair, is for the older adults who are in Second Life. It is a topical channel primarily, and we talk about just different aspects of Second Life. And the avatar in front of you is LeezahSmiles in the virtual space of Second Life. My avatar is in my Skybox. I rented a Skybox about a month ago. I always keep a Skybox because I hold events in Second Life. I hold news discussion. We had stopped meeting for a long time. We're now back meeting, and the discussion is called Headlines, and it is a news discussion. We discuss news around the world. It is a read-ahead discussion, so you get the articles the night before the event to read on your own, and then the discussion happens the following day in the afternoon, and you're given the time and everything when you get the articles. And so that's one event that I hold. I also hold an event called Confessions, and that is an event where there's a stack of cards, and everyone takes turns picking a card, and then you talk about whatever is on the card. The other event I hold is called Book of Questions, and if you're familiar with the book, it's actually a book that you can find online. It's called Book of Questions, and it has different questions of varying intensity. And so I just pick up the Book of Questions and I start asking questions from the book, and people go around and they respond and talk. It's just a way for people to connect who don't even know each other. And so those are the three events that I do host on in World. And as I said, there's one discussion that is a read-ahead discussion. So I always like to mention that in my videos for those who are visiting my channel for the first time. One thing I do like to do is I like to rent multi-scene skyboxes, because when I'm not having an event, I can change the scene of the skybox into something like this, which is just a lot for my avatar to be in. One rule that I have for being in the groups that I host is that they are not allowed to come and use the landmark to just pop in whenever they feel like it. And the reason for that rule is that when there's not an event being hosted, this is my personal space, and I don't want people just dropping in when they feel like it. So some people have been kicked out of the group because they had a hard time following that rule. I want to show you this because it appeared yesterday online. Will the Metaverse bring the second coming of Second Life? And I thought it was a very interesting article, so I thought I would show it to you and talk about it a little bit in this video. And really, there have been a lot of articles talking about Second Life making a comeback, but really, Second Life really was never dead. It has always been very steady. I think COVID made it even more successful because people were at home more. So people were looking for things to do. People were looking for ways to connect because, you know, they were locked in at home. And so they wanted places to come and socialize. And so I think that Second Life has gotten even more visitors. And Second Life, I thought when I joined 9 years ago, I thought that it was a place for college kids and teenagers, but it really isn't. Second Life has a lot of adults in it. I'm not saying that they're all older adults. Some of them are, which is the purpose of my YouTube channel. But Second Life has a lot more adults than Lindens Labs has promoted. I think that they want it to be a place where the younger, under 25, demographic is flocking to, which I still think they do, but it definitely is a place where there are many more adults than people assume. So I wanted to show you this article. I'm just kind of scrolling down so that you can see all of it. This is the piece that I thought was interesting, which is Second Life by the numbers. It shows the annual money in US dollars being processed, which is huge amount, annual transactions. It shows annual GNP. So anyway, I wanted to show that to you. Take a look at it. And it says that it shows what a huge economy Second Life has. One comment that I've made online in different discussions and different comment sections is that I thought that it was probably likely that Second Life has expressed an interest to Lindens Labs of buying Second Life. The reason why I suggested that Facebook has made an offer to Second Life is a rumor, of course, but it's because one thing that Facebook does is they're known for buying another platform such as Instagram, so that they are now the possessors of the intellectual capital. And so I thought, well, of course it follows along the line of what Facebook has done, is to just buy another platform, then you own the intellectual property. So let me know what you think about that. One thing that I thought was interesting in this article is it says that Second Life had the best financial performance in the first half of the year in more than 10 years. That is awesome. One thing that I thought was very interesting in the article is that Lindens Labs has said that their goal is to be the least expensive place to be a creator. And I hope that that is true. I hope that they are really encouraging more creators to come into Second Life. And I would hope that, one thing that they'll do with their new pay system is to reduce the transaction fee. It's now up to 99 cents per transaction when you're trying to buy Lindens. And when I started 9 years ago, I think it was about 33 cents. One thing in the article that I thought was just hilarious is it says that Second Life has undercover avatars to police bad behavior. No, they don't. Second Life is like the wild, wild west, to be honest with you. Anything goes. They do not have undercover avatars policing bad behavior. When I read that in the article, I laughed out loud. Then it says, if you harass someone, you're going to get booted from the system. That is laughable. It does not happen. People are harassing other residents all the time in Second Life. Now, if you're extreme in your harassment, I'm pretty sure that they'll take action. But no, they don't boot people out for harassing someone who gets reported. You can report someone, they will not be taken out of the system. And even the people who are booted out of the system, I have a feeling that they could just log back in, create a brand new account and another avatar and just keep on going. I don't know that, but I'm assuming that they can, because I don't think that they have some kind of system where they can check your IP address when you're setting up an account in Second Life. One thing I didn't know is that Second Life has cut a deal to bring a new Metaverse into Second Life. I haven't seen it promoted by Second Life that much, but it was mentioned in this article. So comment below and let me know, what do you think? Do you think Facebook is going to make a bid to buy Lindens Labs in 2021 or after? Do you feel that that is in line with their business model and their strategy of trying to buy up other platforms so that they can own the intellectual property? Comment below. I'm interested to see, what you all think about that. There's a lot of press about Facebook saying that they want to become a Metaverse company and not just known as a social network. This article talks about some things that Facebook is working on, and one thing they're trying to do that this article has mentioned, and this is from the Washington Post, is it's saying that, Facebook has a couple things that they're working on. They're working on a smart wristband. They're working on VR goggles. They're trying to create a virtual reality workspace for remote workers, and they're putting billions of dollars into it. That is because they're working on these tools. It made me think even more strongly that Facebook would be eyeing Lindens Labs as well, because that would just really put everything together for them the way that they would like from a business standpoint. I made a video quite a while ago when Facebook introduced Horizon, and it was in beta. It probably still is. The graphics were absolutely embarrassing. Take a look at this. I think the graphics are so embarrassing when you're comparing it to what Second Life is already doing. It just made me more convinced that, Second Life really needs to make a move to try to get better, better tools, because this type of graphics will not attract new users at all. I just wanted to show it to you because that's what they were putting out. And I think when you compare that to what you're seeing in Second Life, there is no comparison at all. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what they're putting out there. I look forward to reading your comments, and thank you for visiting Leezah's Lair.